Welcome to Cup of Joe's, the show that takes you inside the Feldetta Family Fantasy Football League. I am your host, Joe. As always, joined by the Sonic to my tails, Joey. Joey, how you doing?
Pretty good. This is the season finale. We are super late, so let's just get this over with.
Yeah, we got a lot of football to cover, and we're going to start with the second round of the playoffs, which saw a matchup of my team, the Raccoon City Stars.
Hey.
Playing Hannah's Luck beat a Brady tonight, and the defending champion came out swinging in the second round. She followed up her beating of her husband Ken this week by drubbing me by 16 points. And Joey, I just got to say, in this game, it was my backfield that really let me down. Alex Collins only got me a mere 5 points. AJ Green, the one player still on my team who I actually drafted that I didn't pick up off of waivers, only scored me 3 points, and that was just not enough to overcome all the points that Hannah put up between Pittsburgh and New England players that had that big shootout game. She got 22 points from Le'Veon Bell, close to 20 from Gronkowski, close to 20 from Ben Roethlisberger, 110 points. What can I say? The champ came out swinging.
Your season was a lot like getting all the way to the ends of the stage in Cuphead. You're on that flag, and then you just die. You had such a great one. You were swinging, came out strong.
I was waiting for the victory.
And then he was just like, no, I can't let you do this. And you died.
So with that 16-point victory, Hannah moved, with only her second year in the league, moved to her second Mott Bowl championship in a row, where she played, that's right, Katie's Killer Kittens pulls yet another upset, scores 119 points to Matthew's 89 as she advances to the Mott Bowl. What can we say? Matthew had a strategy, and his strategy was to pick up Aaron Rodgers so he wouldn't have to play Aaron Rodgers, and the strategy worked out perfectly. He picked up Aaron Rodgers, and he doesn't have to play Aaron Rodgers because Katie sent him packing.
And you also got to annoy Dad, so that's fun as well.
Katie's team was really carried by Kansas City. When Kansas City goes well, so does Katie's team, and her Kansas City is starting to play better football. She got 32 points from Kareem Hunt, another 18 from Alex Smith, and then, throw in the 22 that she got from Melvin Gordon, who's just been great for her all year. Her team puts up 119 points, and it was really, she won this going away. Matthew's team had tons of disappointments up and down his lineup. Good players that just didn't perform for him. It was a shame. Russell Wilson, a guy who's been a stud for him all year, only scores 11 points for him. It's a tough loss for Matty. He had a great team even this year. He won his division, but just fell short to Kate.
Man, I gotta say, they should just name her Kansas City Chiefs, because that's basically her entire team. I don't know what you do for a bye week in that situation.
Maybe we should call her Kansas City Kate.
Kansas City Kate.
Kansas City Kate rolls with the Killer Kittens.
Yep.
Kansas City Katie's Killer Kittens. That's a lot of K's.
Yeah.
4 K's.
KKK.
K.
Say that 5 times fast.
KKK. K.
Katie's Killer Kittens. Katie's Killer Kittens.
No. Kansas City Katie's Killer Kittens.
Kansas City Katie's Killer Kittens. Kansas City's Kate and Flat. I'm not doing it fast, and I'm terrible.
It's okay. It stopped being funny about 2 minutes ago.
Oh, man.
So with that being said, Kate advanced to her second Mott Bowl championship. She played in the championship in year 5 of the league, where she lost to... Who'd she lose to?
No one really cares about the losers. They only care about the winners.
Oh, I was the winner. I won that game. For my first Mott champion, Mott Bowl 5. Big winner. Kids. So Kate advances to her second Mott Bowl championship. Hannah advances to her second Mott Bowl championship, and this was really going to be, could Hannah join Tom as the only owner to repeat as champion, or would Katie get her second championship? Now, I think if you were to say Katie was a heavy underdog in this game would be an understatement. Despite that, me and you both would have picked her to win because, well...
We don't like sleeping on the floor.
We don't like sleeping on the floor. So we both would have picked Katie to win, and miraculously enough, we would have been right, as Katie won her first Mott Bowl championship. She scores 113 points. But not only does she score 113 points and win her first championship, but the team that she beat, Luck beat a Brady tonight, started Ben Roethlisberger. I would dare say, probably Kate's most hated player in all of professional football. So not only she win her first championship, but she gets to win her first championship by beating Ben Roethlisberger.
Wasn't there that Pac-Man guy with like the last name Pac-Man that also went to prison?
That would be Pac-Man Jones, but he was a defensive player, so you can't really play against him unless you take the whole Cincinnati defense. So Kate's team, it wasn't that she had like a lot of outstanding performances, but she just really got solid performances up and down her lineup. You know, all her players were really in double digits with the exception of Martavis Bryant and Greg Olsen. Everyone else got her double-digit figures, which added to her 113. Hannah really got let down by Jarvis Landry and Alshon Jeffries. Her two wide receivers scored on her a total of 3 points this week, and you hate to see that happen in a championship round. But the juggernaut that is Hannah, defending champion, could not repeat as champion, and Kansas City Katie's Killer Kittens win their first ever Mott Bowl championship. So we had a huge awards ceremony last night, and here you can see Katie at the awards dinner with her trophy, the Mott Bowl 7 champion, Katie Feldetta. I mean, it was a huge dinner. Everyone was there. All the players for her team showed up.
This.
No, I didn't.
You photoshopped this.
I did not Photoshop this. This dinner occurred. You were there.
You can still see.
Look, that's Alex Smith's wife in the background. Alex Smith, the quarterback of her team, showed up. Melvin Gordon was there. I thought it was really interesting. I watched Kareem Hunt do like 5 minutes of karaoke.
All right.
Super talented guy. You would think he could just play football. But Kareem Hunt, I mean, he can do it all.
Hello and welcome to our new segment. This is called Critique That Photoshop. Let's go. Okay, you're still holding the glass of wine. This is a stock image. I don't know how you got a stock image for that. I don't know any of these people, and I don't think the mainstream does. And last but certainly not least, your dinner is being crushed by a trophy.
We can believe that this is a Photoshop printer, or we can choose to believe that there was a beautiful gala dinner where the entire Bears defense, Melvin Gordon and Greg Olsen all showed up. I tell you what world you want to live in, folks. I see the world as it should be, not as it is, Joseph. And I would think that you, at the very least, at the tender age of 11, would still be a dreamer.
No, I'm a giant cynic.
Congratulations, Kate, on your first Mott Bowl championship. You're an original owner in our league, and I know it's well-deserved. You baked a lot of loser cookies this year, and I'm sure they were all delicious. But
Especially mine.
Not only was Katie a winner, but we have another winner in studio, and that winner is Joey Feldetta, who won the Pick'ems this year. You were 38-20, 18 games over 500. You were only picked one game wrong in the playoffs. That was the game where you picked me to win. So while I do appreciate that, that was the only game you picked wrong in all of the playoffs. An amazing run of picks, Joey. 18 games over 500. I finished a measly 4 games over 500 at 31-27. What can I say, man? That is impressive. How are you so good at picking fantasy football?
Well, of course, we have to thank the Magic Ball from week 2 and a few weeks ago when we interviewed Matthew. We also just have to thank our friends and family who give us support. I'm just kidding. It's about the mascots.
All right. So, that was a stirring and exceptionally odd speech. So we are going to now take a moment. We are very fortunate that stepping away from her victory parade, which is currently in progress, we have an interview with the champ of our league, Katie Feldetta. Katie, on the phone with us.
I'm here. How are you?
Kate, thanks so much for joining us and taking a couple minutes to call in. We appreciate it. As you know, both myself and my co-host are big fans of you and your team.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm big fans of both of you, too. And I appreciate very much how the two of you chose to match tonight. I see that on the teleprompter, that you're both wearing the same sweater. You look great. Very handsome, both of you.
At our last poll for the year, please tell me who wore it better. Joey, will stand up, let the people see who wore it better.
You guys both look so good. I can't pick. You're so handsome.
Well, listen, I know you don't have a lot of time for us because, being a winning owner now, you have, I'm sure, a lot of interviews to get to today. So thanks for the couple minutes that you have. where did your faith in Kansas City come from? There were times in this season where I just thought, you got to put Alex Smith on the bench, but you never did. You went with him all year. Why was that?
I just have a lot of faith in Andy Reid. Good old Andy Reid. He's a coach who's just underrated, and I thought he could really make Kansas City make the best use of the potential it had, and it really paid off for me.
So I know that you had some moral questions with your team, which led to a trade of Cam Newton. As you kind of look up and down the lineup of your team, were you happy with the character of the guys that you picked?
I was, for the most part, happy with the character of my guys. There was one or two guys who were not as upstanding as I would have liked, but I was really decimated at wide receiver, and it left me with no option than some people who bent the rules in the substance abuse clause, which just still bothers me.
Well, I think doing what you do for a living, giving people a second chance is part of your nature, and I think that you showed that on your team. Guys make mistakes, but I think that their indiscretions were nonviolent.
They were nonviolent, and they were not performance-enhancing substances.
Right.
So I don't really understand why they would take the risk this time of year during the football season, but that's for them and their substance abuse counselor to handle.
Joe, any questions for the champ?
How does it feel to be ahead of your husband after last year?
Well, 2 years ago, he beat me in the playoffs,
Well, yeah, 2
and it
years.
was down to the two of us, and he won, and I don't believe I got any loser cookies. So I think it's okay right now that I've won. It feels good. I like that I won. Not only did I win at home, I also won at my work league, so I get 2 trophies that I plan on bringing around the world this year as I travel on my victory tours.
Where are you going to travel?
Possibly out of country. I'm going to see if I can get a special seat on the plane for my trophies.
So you didn't have an easy road to a championship. You started off where you had to beat Tom, who was kind of the class of the league all throughout the season. Team Punisher was 10-3. You beat him in the first round. In the second round, you beat Matthew, who won your division. And then in the championship, you beat Hannah, who was the defending league champion and really been rolling in the playoffs. When you look at your competition that you played this year, do you have anything to say about them?
No, I'm really surprised I won. I want to say thank you for making this year such a fun year to play in our fantasy football league. It really was a lot of fun. And it goes to show you that luck is more important sometimes than, luck and setting your lineup, at least regularly every week, is more important than actually paying attention to the waiver wires and stuff, because there's no reason in the world why I should have won, because I think I probably had the worst record of anyone who entered into the playoffs.
All right. Well,
I have one more question for you.
Yes.
How do you think you're going to pick the placements for the draft?
Oh, that's a good question. Something maybe like a balloon race, or one of those things where you have to climb a ladder or a steeplechase kind of thing. I'm not sure, but it's probably going to be something ridiculous. And I'm looking forward to figuring it out. If you have any suggestions, let me know. Or
Mario Kart tournament.
Mario Kart tournament. Okay, that's a good suggestion. Maybe you could ask your viewers to leave it in the comments below.
I think we have a French fry eating contest. Whoever can eat the most French fries gets the first pick.
Well, that gives me a handicap.
Well, let's do something more ridiculous than French fries. Mini marshmallows.
Flash drives. Eat as many flash drives as possible.
Well, on that,
Figures.
Kate, thanks for taking a couple minutes
Couches.
out of your Victory Day celebrations to spend some time with Cup of Joe's. On behalf of my partner, congratulations and a well-deserved championship, and good luck going forward.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure being here, and I look forward to seeing you at next month's celebration. We're going to be having this event every month here at the restaurant with my giant trophy over my salad. It's great. Thanks so much.
All right, give my best to Alex Smith and his wife, Mrs. Smith, and Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and please tell Mrs. Smith I love her pies.
Absolutely. Thank you. Take care.
Well, Joey, there's one last thing that we have to do before we call it successful season 1 here at Cup of Joe's, and that's we have to give out our very last Judy Quality Award. And this week's Judy Quality Award.
Wait, is this for just the week or the entire season?
No, it's just for the week.
Oh, Mom won.
No, Mom didn't win. The actual Judy Quality Award of the week goes none other than Joey Faldetta. Joey Faldetta, who was 18 games over 500 in picking football games this year. Joey Faldetta, congratulations. You are Judy Quality.
Okay, 1, you're still on the phone. 2, wait, that counts? I thought it was just in league. Also, my team was terrible. Thank you. Thanks. Glad you came along, partner.
Congratulations, Joey. You finally won something this year.
As
And that brings us to the end of our very last episode for this season. On behalf of my partner, Joey, I'm Joe. We hope you had fun playing fantasy football this year along with us. And just remember, if you're going to have a cup, you might as well fill it with your Joes.